Okay, so this is Will and Andrew talking about things got better for Will when he started drinking, and which is my ironic title, but not so ironic.
Not so ironic.
But I wanted to talk about ambition, and in Will's book, it's very well done, where you start to say how, as a young man in a band, we were both in bands. We didn't know each other, but how the drink kind of and going to the pub and all that sort of lowered expectation, lowered ambition, and it sort of and you were saying about sort of band rehearsals, which just sort of you go to the pub and but I was trying to think, because I had my early 20s was incredibly driven with rock music, pop music, and so I had my mate who came up from Sussex, and we were thick as thieves together, and we would walk together and talk together, and we shared a flat together, and we were always scheming to how to make it in the music business, and we worked very hard, and I did things like I had a van and a PA system, and we even took over a around the corner in Fulham where we lived. There was a basement of a sandwich shop. We persuaded the people, can we take over your basement and turn it into a rehearsal room? And so we did the room up and everything. So we did a huge amount of work, and getting recording studios but it was that intense. We would walk and talk, and there was an intensity, and it needed that. Well, I think it did need all that. But again, there was so there wasn't the alcohol to kind of to dampen it down or to make it go bleary. We would sort of be that intensity of dreaming, scheming, planning. Which worked. I mean, we made it to a certain extent. To a certain extent for a time. What we were working and dreaming, it happened.
How lovely that would have been if it happened to us, but it was never going to.
And of course, we were playing in bars or playing in pubs, so there was drink around. We played the Greyhound in Fulham. We played lots of pubs. And again, I was driving, so I had the van, so of course I couldn't drink. And we did a gig again. I'd be driving. And the guys in the band, again, for some reason, didn't drink that much. Again, that was ambition as well, because in fact, I did do one gig. Drunk, and it was I said drunk.
Under the influence.
Under the influence, and it was extraordinary because everything was just rushing by. It was a college gig, because I used to go around to all the colleges and try and get gigs all the time. And it was somewhere in the centre of town, London. And I'd had, I don't know, not very many. I don't know, 2 or 3 glasses of wine or whatever it was. And it's like, ooh. Everything was just sort of.
Was that good? Did that feel good?
No, not particularly. It was just. No, it didn't feel great. I don't think. I was really uninhibited, or I put on a great performance because I was very relaxed or anything.
And you didn't make you think, I must do that again.
No, not at all. It was more like an accident in a way. It's like, God,
This is happening.
And again, in the rest of the band, there was never a sense of we need to get drunk. We need to drink a lot to record or to relax or to be kind of hip or to get in the groove or whatever. And particularly in the studio, so there was never a sense that we need drink to kind of.
Well, I played the drums in the band, so there was no way. I knew I couldn't drink, never drink and drum. Was the motto, and I'm sure some great drummers have been heavy drinkers on the job, as it were. But as far as I was concerned, I wasn't good enough to do it and drink, and I didn't want to. Drumming was I took seriously, but drink was the reward for hard work, and that's something I think later on in life I learned to realise. And I think lots of people identify with that. You can work your nuts off all day long and without almost any reward at all, as long as you know at the end of the day you're going to get that gin and tonic. When you can switch off all that energy that you've used, all that hard work, and then it's me time, and I don't need to think anymore. I don't need to engage with the world around. I can switch off and relax, and I don't need. And that's the time when you and you go back to working hard again the next day, but as long as you got your me time. And I think that for me that's where the drumming, the band needed its reward for hard work. And after rehearsal, we would go to the pub and we would sit there and we would drink and we would drink and we would drink, and that's where the money went. Really, I think partly we didn't have the money or the energy or the time because the reward always had to be put in for the rehearsal. You had to have your me time. And if you'd already done a day's work and then you'd gone to a rehearsal, my God, you needed some me time, of course.
So that just didn't feature. Again, didn't feature. If we were working all day and rehearsing and recording, I don't know, if we'd finish it, we'd feel tired maybe.
You'd probably be still planning or thinking, what can I do? How are we going to take this to the next level?
But the idea of I think we might need to switch off and we might need to relax and we might, I don't know that, but the idea of having a drink for a reward, no. Switching off, well, yeah, but I don't know.
Did you want to switch off?
Maybe we didn't particularly want to. No. So it just wasn't there.
No, it's weird. It's really weird. But it's definitely that connection with reward for something well done, or consolation for things that have gone wrong. So we would go into the demo studios, like you said, and we would do endless demo tapes in studios or in somebody's wherever we might be able to record, and we'd send them off. And then we'd hear nothing back. Well, we would go to the pub and commiserate and plan the next what we're going to do next, sort of thing. That will take place. That planning will take place in the pub. It took away the time and the energy and the kind of the spirit that you need to make these things. You've got to really work hard, haven't you? You made it. But that was through sheer hard work.
I made it in a very, very, very small way, but I did get up that ladder to a point where.
But to get to that point, irrespective of whether you're Paul McCartney or you're whoever, to be doing it to any level of professionalism.
I had the 5 minutes of fame, which or 5 minutes of obscurity, but we've got a record deal and blah blah blah.
Right.
But I think there was. I guess we also maintained that kind of. It was a madness, because you were thinking, you were talking, you were planning. It was me and Steve, and we were sort of like we were like together, thinking, and that kind of never stopped.
Yeah,
it never stopped.
Yeah,
it was all day, not all night, but it wasn't a point where right now we can sort of forget. We didn't want to forget about it because we were still planning, still dreaming. The reward, the reward was in the future when we're going to get the record deal or the thing.
Yeah, and I suppose we did a lot of talking about the band and plans when we were drinking, but of course what drink does, it distorts the reality of the situation. So the great rehearsal would suddenly by 9 o'clock have become Shea Stadium or something. Right. It would be, this is clearly going to be the starting point before we go on a world tour.
So we're going to fantasy.
I don't know. We'll take you into fantasy land.
I'm not saying that everything we talked about was
grounded in reality, but much closer to it than we would have done.
But I think it's also that feeling of staying close to kind of, I suppose it's a sober feeling of kind of an intense focus kind of we're working on it thing. There wasn't a feeling, I want to get away from it, I want to switch off from it, or I want the reward of a drink, or I want consolation. Those things didn't seem to be on the menu.
No, but it's also the glamour, isn't it? I mean, did you not feel that going to a pub afterwards, or after a gig, having a drink? No. that's what you were doing it for. You were up there entertaining everybody, and it'd come to an end, and you'd swagger off and to the bar. You know, I remember doing gigs, a few gigs at university, and there would, you know, you'd finish quite late, and the bar might be closing, and I was terrified that we wouldn't be able to get any beer.
Because that was the thing.
Because the whole thing for me would have almost been rendered pointless if we couldn't have had our moment of celebration. That's what it was. That's what I was doing it for.
Well, you're a very naughty boy.
Don't do it again.